Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, watching Jay, bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. Three amigos ready to run this town.
Let's run
Man,
this town,
the
boys. Here we
Eagles
go.
are the boys.
It's the draft recap show. 3 rounds done. No one gives a fuck about 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't get a future quarterback in the 7th. You get a waste of money.
No, because they
I'll
got
say-
drafted at pick 8, the 4th round quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Wow.
nah, fuck Brock. He didn't get drafted in the first round.
hey.
We got a real Brock in the first round this year.
First
First time
off,
ever. We up.
awesome foursome back together for
I
another
know.
fucking for the recap. I love it. Shout out to Billy.
Love it, boys. Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome.
Let's get into the show. Fuck it.
fucking
Sorry,
Everyone's
I just
on their phone.
I just got distracted because I thought a trade just happened, but it didn't. It was a joke trade.
It's the third round.
Someone
who
just said
cares?
Justin Jefferson got traded, but it was one of those fake.
Oh,
ones.
wow.
Oh, him jumping out of a window. It's a great meme, that one. I do like that one.
What?
He jumped out of a window.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, just jumped. He got JJ McCarthy. So he jumped.
Fair.
For hating on the white
Jump.
boys.
That's fair.
We all know the white boys can sling it.
Yeah, well,
How do
All
we
white hands.
It's the only position they can hold down in the NFL, and they're
How do-
still getting taken
what's
over.
up?
Hey, we're taking over in the corners. This is our time. This is
We're
our
going
time
back.
now.
Shout out to Cooper G.
Shout out to Cooper to Gene.
you mean
out,
the
great
white
name.
Jackie Robinson?
The white.
He is to us what Jackie Robinson is to the brothers.
He's a trailblazer.
Yeah, he's changing the game. And as Billy said before earlier, and I quote Billy Wilson, I quote him: if he was black, he would have gone in the first round.
I mean, he's
That's
not
true.
wrong.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
I did say it.
He was going to
I mean,
deny it for a
They
second.
can't racially profile against the.
And I turned around
us
straight
then-
away and said, "Yep, probably. He's got
So-
T-Rex arms." So
I
he's
mean,
holding back.
if you look at his measurables or his stats that he's put up, he is so quick. If I'm telling you now, if he was a
and also his
darker
production on the field was
Oh,
outstanding. last year
outstanding,
too.
if he was a darker pigment, they'd take him in the first round.
I do love that a white DB called Cooper DeJean went, and then the next pick, a black DB called Kool-Aid went straight up.
Did he go
straight up.
before Kool-Aid?
so you know
He went-
why,
he
you know
went
why
straight
they call
after.
that- why he's called Kool-Aid?
Because he used to drink it as a kid. or
No,
something.
because his grandma said that he had a smile like the Kool-Aid.
That's
jug.
right.
And
He
then
did.
they
Fairness
put-
to him, he had a nice smile.
They put,
Kool-Aid.
well, they put a
Big, big
photo.
white grin.
They put a
It was
photo
cute.
up of it, and actually, you know what? It
Shout out-
actually
hey,
looked
shout
like
out
it.
to that guy's grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It's a great nickname. That's a horsey level nickname. That is the best nickname giver in the history
Can
of
I
sport.
can I just throw something in? You know what I'm really sick
Throw
of?
whatever you want to be.
Listening to like mainstream media here talk about the NFL.
No.
Actually, you want to hear a fucking gripe?
Hang on, because I was at Bunnings. I was in the car.
Here we
I
go.
was driving out, and it was SEN,
Oh, so it was JJ talking shit. Josh
Yeah.
Jenkins. Yeah.
and they're
Outstanding.
going.
Shout out JJ.
Sorry, no, it was 3AW. Sorry, no, it was 3AW. And they're going, oh, we got the draft on them. We got some, we know the Americans love their names. We got Michael Penix. Penix. He said Penix. He's like, that's with an X, like referring to it being like penis. I was like, these guys
It's
are fucking
Michael.
off their head.
It's Michael Penix Jr. It's really.
And then they went on to stuff up like 4 or 5 names. I'm like, these guys are outrageous. I had to turn it off. I couldn't listen to it.
what really shits me because like the NFL Australia is now trying to like pick up its thing. They're opening up an academy up in Queensland,
Yeah.
which is cool. Which
Yep.
is cool. And Jordan
Who
Mailata.
are they going to play?
They'll do tours to America.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say they will torch every team by 100 points.
But even,
I don't think
even
they
still-
would. I don't like. I think if they were to play like a Rangers or a Crusaders or a Ravens, you got to remember they're like 15 to 18-year-old kids.
12 to 18 is
Yeah,
there.
it's like are you telling me like 18-year-old? Yes, they might be a bit
But-
more talented, but I don't think they're
Physically,
talented.
size-wise?
If we played an American high school team that was really good, yeah, they'd probably torch us because they grow up playing it. But I don't think an Australian under 18s team
But
would
is
beat
it-
a senior men's
is it
team,
gonna be
unless it's Bendigo.
Is it going to be like?
Shout out to the
I actually didn't mean that nastily, but they would torch Bendigo.
Is it going to be like the NFL Academy in London, where they've got guys from all around the world going?
No, I think it's just
So it's
Australia.
just
Or-
Australians.
It's to keep Australians
end
in
up-
Australia pretty
Okay,
much.
so
It might
guys
end
like
up-
Declan will stay in
It might
Australia.
end up becoming like NFL New Zealand, like AU New Zealand, like Singapore, that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, like the
Yeah.
Oceania, like Oceania.
Oceania,
yeah.
yeah.
It might
So if
become
they,
that.
get, if they get a few talkers from New Zealand, I'm
We're
telling
fucked.
you, yeah, they're stuffed.
Fun story. New Zealand are actually really shit at gridiron.
No,
Yeah,
They,
they
they
just know how
can't
to
play.
hit.
They can't play offensive and defensive line because like they hit the fuck out of you, but they're not like technically
They don't-
sound
yeah,
anymore.
they
So
don't
they
the
need good
techniques.
coaching. But
Yeah.
you know what? Australia doesn't have
But they're fast and
enough,
strong.
enough good coaches.
And every running back is good when you play New Zealand
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
all rugby players.
Yeah, rugby
they're
players.
just
Yes.
animals.
Just run away from you
Yep.
and run
So-
through you.
So it's
Anyway-
interesting though. Then that's what shit me though. My gripe. All these there's these young guys. They're called Shep, mate. They got
Oh,
famous
yeah,
for
yeah,
basically they what do you call? They dub over
They were dubbing commentary.
famous commentary.
It's like a pantomime.
They were lip syncing
lip
famous
syncing
country.
famous commentary, and it's fun. Like they do a good job of it. They were at the draft for NFL Australia, and I'm like, and now they're starting to like do some NFL content, and
Did you see what they did for the
Oh.
F1?
they're fucking. They've got no idea what they're talking. Like they might be great kids. And I'm going to send them a message and try and get them on the show because they might be great kids, and
Sure.
their platform's amazing, and they're very funny. Their clips are hilarious. I'll give them that.
Yeah, their clips about
But-
the footy. The ones I've seen about the footy are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
they
don't.
are,
I just
yeah.
don't want to get to the point where, and like this is probably a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of bit of spite as well. NFL Australia, you can't just come in and be like, all right, you've got tons of followers. We're going to get you to talk about sport.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing.
That's
now.
what I
But it's,
do.
well, my point is though,
They
they
need-
don't know what they're talking
No,
about.
so
No.
what they need to
So
do,
they're going to look like idiots.
they need to get guys like yourself on. They need to go, okay, well, let's
Not
look at,
even to
let's
be
look
like-
at the top-rated
There's
podcast in Australia.
So many guys.
Get you
that
on,
could
get the Outback.
Outback QB is really
Outback
smart. He knows
QB.
what he's
He
talking
He knows
about.
what he's talking about.
Laurie
Get
Horish, who
him
works
on.
for ESPN, does like the Sunday night Twitter show. He's fucking terrific.
They need to get those people on to start giving them, so then they
or
can
at
pick
least
up on
if you
it.
want them to be the face of it, you need to get people to actually come in and give them information for
Yep.
what they're meant to say.
Yep.
Which is what a lot of industries do. Like
Yep.
so what Stephen A. Smith has made a career of, getting information from people behind him and then
Yeah.
being a fuckwit on camera so he
Yeah.
gets famous. But I know it just really grinded my gears. I'm like,
No,
why are you
let's do
guys
that.
at the draft? Like, what do you know about football? Like, you don't know
They're trying to just get exposure. Get
And
the
th- and
name
that-
out.
and
They're
that's where
using their-
I-
using their platform for exposure.
And that's where I kind of sat on it
Publicity.
afterwards. I
Publicity.
was like, you know what? No publicity is bad publicity in the NFL. I love the NFL and I want everyone else to love the NFL like I do. So the more publicity they get, they've got a big platform. I get it. It's just like just chill. Just cool it out. And don't now start an NFL podcast because
Yes.
you
No,
don't
no
know
way.
what you're talking
Your
about.
career will go down the drain.
Yeah, just stick to what
So-
they do, which is fucking funny. They
Yeah.
are funny guys.
They did follow George Russell into the toilets at F1 and filmed it on TikTok as well. So that wasn't great for their publicity.
what? Why?
Yeah. That's what they did. They literally just filmed him, like followed him in
That's fucking weird.
and like
man.
filmed over the stall,
That's really
Didn't-
like
fucking
trying to
weird.
get a comment from him.
Didn't Dave Portnoy do something like that or get in trouble for that?
He's another fucking moron. I can't stand him.
I like
Oh,
Dave
I fucking
Portnoy.
love Dave Portnoy.
He's just such a dog. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
He's a fucking wanker.
But anyway, we
Shout
got
out,
to
Miss-
straight
get
into
to
it.
the draft.
Shout out Miss Peaches.
Should we talk? Shout out Miss
Top
Peaches.
four, no surprises.
I want to talk Caleb Williams. Well, me and George want to talk some Caleb Williams. Is there?
You want to talk? I want to sling some hate.
Yeah,
You talk and
I'll start
sling
it
hate.
and then we'll give you the floor. Is there been a more insipid, uninspiring human being? Like he might be a great player. Like I believe he's very talented. I understand that.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. At least he's out there fucking
Clearly-
humps.
clearly-
Milk Hunter's now in
not
Denver.
his rookie year.
Did you see the video where he went and interrupted Rome?
He's
and it was-
unbearable.
And they were like,
Unfucking
they were
bearable.
both just talking over the top of each other, and they're like, "Let's do it." And then Caleb's doing his own thing, and Rome's like, "Yo, pass me the ball." Like it was so awkward to
Oh
watch.
my
I was
God.
like,
I am already sick of Caleb Williams, and I heard him speak
same.
4 times. Like,
Same.
I hope he, as you said today, George, I hope this guy's fucking good with the way he's
He'd
carrying on.
fucking want to be.
He
I'll
would
tell you
want
what,
to
the-
be very
the level of carry on from someone who has not
You know
played
what?
a single fucking snap in the NFL is just unbelievable at
Yep.
the moment.
and he'll get found out real quick in the
Well,
NFL.
all I can tell you, like, yes, I know I haven't played in the NFL, but I've played a lot of football games. And I can tell you, when you are in a huddle, if an insipid quarterback comes in
You don't
and
respect
tries
him.
to take
Yeah,
control of the
correct.
huddle, you were just like, nah, bro, like, I'm not buying this shit. I'm not
Yeah.
buying
Yeah,
this shit. from you.
exactly.
I'm telling you, when he walks into those offensive linemen, and if he behaves like that, one of them is going to be like, "Go, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Call the play. Let's go."
If I was a quarterback going into the NFL, I'd be walking straight up to my lineman and going, "Right, let's go.
Where are
do
we going for dinner?
activities. I'm taking you out for dinner. I'm buying
Number one
this."
pick.
Like you are treating them because
He's
you go,
so
"Hey,
happy with himself.
I
and it's
need
too
you
much.
guys to
They're
have
right.
my back. We need to be a unit." And I just don't think. I think he's going to walk in there thinking he's better than everyone else.
Yeah,
You're going to get
I
a
think he
10
does.
year.
I think he
You're going
does.
to get a 10-year vet. You're going to get a 10-year vet there going, "Fuck you. Who are you to
What
come
do you
in
reckon
here?"
happens the first day when they make him carry the pads?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll cry.
He'll
Do you reckon
cry.
he's gonna
He'll-
do it?
he'll cry
I'll
to
tell
his
you
mum.
now. I'm if I'm an NFL team, and I'm seeing the number 1 overall pick put silver nail polish on for the draft,
God.
I'm automatically going, nah.
You wait. I don't know who they play the first game, but you wait for those defensive
I'm calling the
linemen.
Chargers.
100%.
They're not only going to come after him physically, they are going to be absolute.
Yeah,
I'm a linebacker
Sean
coming
had him
down
on
over
yeah.
the center before the snap, just being like, "You're a little bitch."
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Ray
Oh,
Lewis would murder him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis would
He's a-
snap his
he
fucking
is a
neck.
bitch, bro.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, no. Ray Lewis didn't. He just hid some shit.
This is my
If
issue.
I was
He was
that,
just being
though,
a bro,
if
man.
I was
That's
that,
okay. Bro support
I'd
bros.
be calling the Chargers and going, right, you get the number 1 pick. We're taking Herbert.
Herbie. Well, apparently that happened, but who knows? But I don't know. I don't think the Chargers trading. They had like 4 teams
This
after
is,
him.
this is my issue with Caleb Williams.
Talk to me,
Okay,
George.
so anybody that knows anything about football that has seen even 5 seconds of tape will be able to tell you that the kid's got talent. The kid can play. Like no one's arguing that. Right?
100%,
Like,
100%.
Anyone that's arguing that is a fucking moron. Like
Yes.
the kid can play. That's fine. But all this other bullshit that's going on around, paint your nails pink, paint your nails silver,
It's
even
an act.
it's so
Real zesty.
fucking
He
annoying.
was at the
Like,
basketball. He looked real
it's
zesty.
super
It's,
zesty.
it's a
bro.
branding act,
Yeah.
and that's what shits me.
And
Like,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The issue with what he's doing is that it's doing nothing to help his team. At the end of the day, football is a team sport. It's 11 on 11, and you are just one guy. Without those other 10 guys, you cannot succeed.
no.
You
It's different
And he's got
horses for
some
different
talented guys
courses,
too.
like-
Yes, he's
Caleb
got some
Do
Williams.
you
talent.
reckon he's going at it? Well, I might not be in the league for too long, so I'm going to make as much fucking money as I can.
If
Okay,
I
like,
was
get
the
out.
GM and if I'd had an interview with him, the first question I would have said to him, I would have sat down and said, "Explain to me when you went to the basketball the other week or at the college basketball, why'd you paint your nails?"
Yeah. Why
and,
did you do
like,
that?
and I said, I don't have a problem with it. I
I
don't
want
care.
to know why.
I want to know why.
What was your thought process?
What
Yeah.
what are you
Yep.
are you doing it because I know you do it for games for a statement for like good causes, fuck Utah, to like motivate your team. I get that aspect of it because he's doing it in the locker room. I wouldn't do it, but he's got fuck Utah on his nails. He's gone around to his other lineman being like, fuck Utah, let's go. I get that aspect. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Even that?
I would have said to him, I'd be like,
So that's where football
Why-
becomes too complicated. Just play football.
Just fucking
but
play.
my
Exactly.
first question
I'm
would have been,
okay-
what
I'm
are you
okay with the
saying
drip.
doing that? Because if you don't have a reason why, because it doesn't look good. You don't look good doing it.
No.
Every player in the NFL is not looking at you going, oh, this guy.
No, you look like a fucking
He's
fool.
this guy. He's a fucking game changer. He's coming in and being feminine. But no one's looking at it like that. They're looking at you like this guy looks like a tool. What's he? I'd be like, what are you doing that for? Is
Yeah.
it for you? Because my message would be to him: when you get to Chicago, when we draft you, you cut that fucking shit out. Because the only thing I want you doing is things that benefit.
And if
our
he turns
team.
around and says, "No, that's me. I'm who I am," what do you do?
then he's going to have issues.
Yeah.
He's going to have issues, bro.
Do you still
I'm
draft
telling you
him?
now.
Yes, because he's that talented.
Okay,
He is that. What are you going to do? Take? Or you could take him, Jaden.
I think you got to take in like you look at guys like Joe Burrow went number
Yeah.
1 overall. That guy, no team would be concerned about him. He is a lock. You look at that
Holmes
guy
was the same.
and you go,
In fairness, like
he
Deshaun
is
Watson was the same.
a locker. He is a locker room leader.
Yeah.
That guy is going to inspire this team to be great.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams. All I see is a selfish,
He's
self-centered.
full of himself.
100%. 100%.
Perfect.
Have you seen the phone call from Ryan Poles when he called him?
No.
It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
He's so cringy.
Ryan Poles calls him and he's like, "Hey," it's like, you know it's Ryan Poles. It's on your phone. Like, you know it is. It'd be like, I would have been like, "Hey Ryan, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you guys drafting me?" But
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey," and he's like, and Ryan Poles is a twat too. He's like, "Hey man, who's this?" And he's like, Caleb starts like kind of giggling. He's like, "You know who it is?" And Ryan Poles is like,
Fucking-
yeah. Yeah. So you know, they want me to wait 5-minute mark before I can put the card up to draft you. But you know, I've been waiting a month, and Caleb Williams is like, "You've been waiting 5 months for me, man." I'm just like, "Oh my god,
Nah,
stop!
yeah.
Just fucking stop,
Yeah,
man."
this is what I was saying before. Like this.
Nah, I'm
wait,
out. I'm out.
go
I'm
back
out.
So
I can't.
if you go to Instagram, it'll pop up now because it's just heard us talking.
Go back to what
about
Billy said about Burrow.
It's so cringy.
You draft Burrow and you know that you've got a leader. You know, there's a guy that everyone on the team, whether they like it or not, he's just magnetic. He's got charisma. Look, people are like,
And
they
that's from
wanna,
all reports.
they want to
Yes.
follow him.
Yes.
They're like, yeah,
And
big,
Mahomes is the same.
Big Dick Joe. He's that guy.
Brady was the same.
Yeah.
All reports were when Brady came into training, everyone started picking on him, and he was just like, "I'm a rookie. Pick on me all you want, boys.
Yeah.
That's
what I was
Bledsoe.
gonna say.
I'll carry your pads. I'll do whatever you want, man."
Instead of coming in, taking his lumps, eating his fucking humble pie, and like working to become a pro athlete, which is what he now is. He's coming in thinking he's too cool for that whole too cool for fucking
Zero
school attitude.
adversity. I'm telling you,
He's gonna
he would
struggle.
want to be good.
Yeah, he's
Because
gonna
the only thing that's
struggle.
going to save him is if he's just the best player in the NFL, which he might be. He very well might be, and he's the next kind of Mahomes sort of
you
dude.
can't beat
I don't
you
see it.
can't beat that locker room cancer.
No,
Like,
but I
that's-
think, but if you're that good,
if-
you can.
Who-
Like
who
Michael
else-
Vick killed dogs, went to jail, and came back, and everyone accepted him
yeah, fair enough.
because he was that good. Like, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
if
but
you're
when he-
that
yeah, but
fucking
when he got drafted
Phillip
by
Rivers
Atlanta, he
is-
wasn't a dickhead like that.
No, but Philip Rivers is one of the biggest assholes according to everyone in the fucking organizations ever. But everyone loved him at the Chargers because he was good. You reckon
Yeah.
if Philip Rivers was shit, he wouldn't have lasted a year.
Yeah, but
No,
he also-
no chance.
It
Fair
all
enough.
comes out. If he's good, it won't matter. But he has to be good now.
Just on that, Jalen Johnson literally said a month ago,
Mm.
you just humble yourself coming into the building. You can't bring that Hollywood stuff into the building, especially with guys who've played this game at a high level for consecutive years
Spot
in the
on.
league. What you did in college, the Hollywood is like, nah, you got to prove yourself. That stuff doesn't matter.
Yep.
100% agree with
And
you.
he-
Jalen
and
Johnson's a prime example too. He's like a 4th round pick that now is one of the best corners. Like he was almost cut 2 years ago.
Yep.
Now he's one of the best corners in the NFL.
Yep.
Because he probably went, fuck, I got to work real
I'm
hard.
going to
here."
work my ass off, yeah.
He's going to get humbled in those first weeks of training camp.
I hope
But then
so.
if he's still his arrogant self, man, I can't wait for those preseason games
This is Baker.
where you got
It's Baker
guys
2.0.
fighting for a spot.
Yeah.
You got guys fighting for roster spots, and they just want to tear your head off and just coming out and dominating him.
Well,
I don't reckon he'll play preseason.
you think about
They-
Has
you
to.
think about Baker Mayfield.
Playing the last-
Cleveland loved Baker
They'll
Mayfield.
pay him for
Yeah.
half
Loved
the
him
preseason.
until he struggled.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Baker. Cleveland, he was the
Everyone loved
belle
him
of
on
the
every
fucking ball.
ads.
And then when he started to struggle, he's like, "Oh, now I'm shocked they're all turning on me." It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking
You're a
asshole.
fucking idiot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now he's grown up. Now at Tampa Bay, he's not as good a player anymore, but his teammates love him, and all their reports are, well, he learned how to be a teammate now. He's not about himself. He's in
So let me,
because you know what? He can't be anymore because he's not good enough.
okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because I was going to say, and my hatred for Williams is well documented, so that's
Yes.
fine. But I was going to play devil's advocate and go to the other side of the coin now. Is it just like, do we all need to just calm the fuck down and just remember that he's a 22-year-old kid?
Yes, we do at
Slack?
times.
Do we need to do that?
We have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
But
We have
watch
to-
this
we have to
space.
give him
Let's
time.
watch this space.
Yeah,
And you know what?
these are just the concerns I have for him, and
Me
the questions
personally-
I'd ask him.
Best
Personally,
case
I can't wait
scenario.
till he's a bust. I can't wait.
The best case scenario, he comes out, he gets humbled a little bit, grows up. And,
I will say for Chicago,
turns into a great player.
I hope he's good. But for Chicago, they deserve it.
They've got all the pieces now.
Like they deserve it. They've in credit to Ryan Poles, he has put together everything
Yeah.
possible. They made a great trade last year to get
Yeah.
with
Yep.
the Panthers that paid off big time for them, so they could move away from Fields, who at
Yeah.
this point's mediocre, reset their rookie deal with a quarterback who's have the number one pick without being the worst team in the NFL.
Yep.
They've made all the moves. They've built this team. If this team is not successful now, they are fucking cursed.
Can we just tell
and I'll
the
feel
fuck-
terrible for
Can
them.
we just tell everybody to calm the fuck down about the Bears locker room though?
Yeah.
Like everyone's looking at their wide receiver room going, "Oh, they're going to be fucking scary." Sure, you got fucking
DJ Moore's like maybe the 15th best receiver in the NFL.
DJ Moore. Who's the other guy they
Keenan
got from?
Allen's like 35, and he's like
Exactly.
maybe the 40th best receiver in the NFL. Like,
And then they
They're-
draft a fucking
they're
rookie.
good.
You don't know
and they've got DeAndre Swift, who decides on any given day if he gives a fuck.
exactly, but no, but that's the thing.
As you know,
Oh, I know.
the Eagles
Yeah,
last
I'm
year.
like,
You can't sit at this table and say you know when you don't know.
Because
You don't
you
know.
looked me in the
Yeah,
eyes
and said,
you
"When I
said,
know,
"When
I know."
Shout
And
out,
you don't fucking.
You don't know. We don't know.
Still gonna do that.
shout out Billy B.
There was six
Great
QBs
movie, great movie.
taken in this fucking first round. You know the last time that happened? 2021.
6 QBs in the first round was I thought it was like 2015.
Nah, 2021.
Can
There
I,
was six
can I
in the
just
first.
can I point out a stat?
Yes.
Yes, please.
So there's been 23 receivers taking from 2018. There's been 23 receivers
seen
taken in
this.
the first round draft. In the first round, only 3 of them have been bust. Do you think we?
What's a bust though? Because like I don't think Drake London was worth the 8th overall pick.
I don't know what they classify as a bust.
What
and
is-
I haven't looked to see.
And I
who
also
those
like
busts
I
were.
thought about this stat. He didn't. You notice that stat he didn't put anything in.
Yeah,
I thought of Henry Ruggs straight away.
Mhm.
Absolute. Like
So
it's
technically,
not his fault, but he's in.
It's
It's
his
not
fault.
the organization's fault.
It's
No.
his fault.
He's in fucking jail now. Rice,
Yep.
who's also in jail now. He was a late first round pick.
Yep.
Are we calling Jerry Jeudy not a
No.
bust when he doesn't make it to his 4th year at a team and gets traded?
Yeah.
That's a fucking bust for me.
yeah.
Yeah, but how long do you give somebody
So what?
to
So
call him a bust? though?
because Jerry Judy's still a starter in the NFL because people are still holding hope, that makes him.
But
not a
yeah,
bust?
he wasn't good last
But
year.
don't forget.
exactly.
Look, yeah.
Like I said, I get it. Receivers are safe.
Do we need to look at putting more respect on receiver's name and take him a bit higher in the draft than what we're saying potentially QB?
I don't think you can now. Like, how many receivers went in the first round? there was 15 offensive picks before we got a defensive
Yeah,
guy. There was
that was-
4 receivers
I was
taken.
going to bring that up too. That was
So if we looked at, let's move on and go to
Yeah.
so obviously Jane Daniels went 2. This was probably the biggest risk of what people thought. Everyone was Drake May, Jaden Daniels.
I think Washington have had a very good draft.
they did a good job.
They got Luke McCaffrey. They picked him up,
Lukey Metcalf.
pick 100.
Yep.
So I think
They've
he's
also
gonna-
got good receivers already.
They
Like,
built up. They
Terry
got an
McLaurin's a good
offensive
player.
tackle too.
Yeah, I think they got him in the second
Yeah,
round.
they got it.
Yeah, they brought that running back in too. They brought Eckler in from
Yeah, they've got Eckler, they've got
Chargers.
McLaurin. Like they've got a decent offense. I
They
think
got
Jane
Ben
Daniels
Sinnott,
gone to a decent
tight
spot.
end.
Yeah, I think it's a better. I think it's a better spot than Chicago.
Yeah, and Schneider's now gone,
Yeah,
so
which is always
organization could trend in the right direction.
I'm just saying, I didn't see a lot of the draft yesterday. I got a lot of my coverage from JA posting.
I had
Hey,
some
on the
great
Vault
posts.
Studio
Shout out to
fucking
JA.
post.
Oh, was that JA posting?
That was just,
Tell me
I
that-
thought that was you. I was
Nah.
like, whoa, bro.
JA bringing that
all
heat.
over socials.
I was in a
Tell me
room
they
all
weren't fire.
day.
Hey, shout out to the Package of the P. I think maybe you need to take over.
Tell me they weren't
No, no,
fire.
he was very reluctant to do it.
I
said-
didn't want to.
They
I
were-
told him I was like, I
they
don't
were
want to.
good. I was working, so
Yeah,
I was getting
I
all
have to
my
question
updates from
reluctance. Why
JA.
were you so reluctant?
That's legit. I looked at the story. That's
Because
it.
I found it hard to. As you guys know very well by me, I can't just post something. I've got to find a way to be clever about
Yeah.
it.
and be funny about
Which
it.
but like the first 20 picks I got there, and then I was like, I've got no energy anymore. I can't deliver. My favorite one was when the Chargers took
Hey,
Joe
can I
Alt,
just
and I
say-
said building from the pink.
Hey, can I? Yeah, I had a good chuckle. I laughed my head off at that.
Because
Can
I know
just
there's
say,
1,000 people that didn't get it. They're like, what?
after trying to do like social media as a bit of a cider,
Draining.
hey, I'm telling you now, people who are like, I hate the word influencers, but people who work a lot of social media and go
It's hard work.
I'm on the social media content.
Respect it.
I respect that a hell of a lot. Now, 'cause
Draining
it
as
is
fuck.
so much work, like so much work.
Yeah.
So, but moving on. No,
All right, Drake May 3. No,
We
so
all knew.
the only thing we thought was that they might trade out, but from all reports,
Nah, solid.
once they saw Drake, they apparently wanted Drake May.
Mhm.
The only reason they were going to trade out is if Drake May went 2.
Oh, okay.
So then when Jaden Daniels went 2, they took Drake May.
I think it's a good pick. They need a quarterback. I think it's a good pick.
I think
The
from
great white
there, no one really. Once those 3 quarterbacks went, because the Chargers and the Cardinals were obviously like someone's going to trade for those picks. Teams weren't as high on McCarthy, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, with what we know now, because no one was willing to jump up for him,
No.
except for
No.
later, a little bit later.
Well, they jumped up one pick.
Yeah, like we would have thought everyone would have tried to scammer up to 4 to grab a quarterback, but they were just like, nah, no stress. So the Cardinals did the smart move, took the best receiver in the draft, maybe the best player in the draft in Marvin Harrison Jr.
I think Joel's the best player in the draft.
I think Joel's going to be a superstar.
So do I.
Um,
He's going to be the best left tackle in the league in 3 years.
Yes.
I've called it from now.
Agree. So I don't think anyone's got a problem with Marvin Harrison Jr. Like,
No, that's a good pick for them.
I'd be
That's perfect.
shocked if this guy doesn't end up being a really, really good number 1 receiver.
He'll be an all pro.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd be shocked if he's not. And if he isn't, I certainly won't blame the Cardinals because everyone thinks he's going to be a great player. So,
No, he'll be an all pro.
and then we got the 5 to the Chargers. Now, apparently,
This is without a doubt the best pick in the draft. in my
so
opinion.
the Chargers went meat and taters, and they took Joe Alt. Now, I've heard rumors that about 4 teams called about Joe Herbert. About Herbert. Why did I say Joe Herbert?
Joe
Justin.
Herbert.
His name's now Joey Herbert. I don't care what anyone says.
Shout out.
They called about Justin Herbert, and they got straight away no way.
No, you got to roll with
Absolutely
Herbert.
no way. And then they took a left tackle. Now,
Perfect. That's the best pick. That's
Yep.
the best thing they could have done.
It's the smartest thing they could do because even if they get rid of fucking Justin next year or they don't,
they've got
they,
a
they
line.
want to get rid of him.
They've got
they're-
that really
they-
good left tackle already. Who I always forget his name, but he's a fucking
Rocky,
stud. The
please.
Chargers
Come on.
left tackle. And he was injured last
That's
year.
okay. Joel,
But he was
Joel can start at right tackle.
Yeah, he was
Fine.
an all pro in his rookie year. Their left tackle. I always forget his name.
Rocky's going to tell us in 5 seconds.
But yeah, I think that apparently there was teams calling up to trade, and they were just like, "No, you know what? We're just going to take Joe Alt here." It is, and then they asked Harbrow. We thought you might have gone for a weapon there at pick
we all
5.
know he builds from the pink.
And well, he
Yeah.
turned around and he said,
Yeah.
some of us in the NFL aren't media people, and we actually believe that left tackles are weapons.
They are fucking weapons.
And I was like,
Did he really
"Mine."
say that?
Yep.
Shout out.
He
Shout
said,
out.
he said,
Shout
he said,
out.
he said, some of us who, I think he said, some of us who know what we're talking about consider offensive linemen weapons too.
It's because they fucking are.
Because they're 100% they are.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Mate, if your quarterback doesn't have
I'm
time,
I'm loving the new regime.
if your
in-
quarterback does not have time
and
to
now
throw,
they've got
your
bookend
receivers are
tackles.
fucking
Yep.
useless.
They have got bookend tackles now.
Rashid Slater.
Rasheed
Yes,
Slater. Thank you very much. Rasheed Slater Jr., I believe, because his dad was also named Slater. And Rasheen. That's why it's Junior.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
So
Yeah.
one will play left tackle, one will play
Yeah,
right tackle.
beautiful.
There's absolutely no qualms about it. They're set on the bookends, and that's what you need for a good quarterback.
Mil-
Fine receiver, as Billy once. What did you just say before? 23 receivers have been drafted in the last 3 years in the first round, and 2 are bust.
According to some
According,
statistics,
let's say 4 of them are bust.
Yeah,
From what
everyone's
I just
looking
went through. It's still a pretty high number.
That's a very high percentage.
Everyone's looking at Quinton Johnson as possible bust. Who knows that he doesn't just fucking take off next year and catches?
But everyone
everything.
thought,
Exactly.
everyone, including
Everything.
myself, thought CD Lamb was a bust after his rookie year.
Mm.
He
Yeah,
dropped the
you
ball.
went
He was
hard with that, yeah.
inconsistent
But
with
it's
his route running. It takes time sometimes.
They've got
You
J.K. Dobbins as well. They got Gus Edwards. They
Gus
got
the Buck.
Greg
They're gonna
Roman. So
run
they're going to
those.
run the
This is the best
fucking
pick out of
Ravens
the ball.
offense.
This
They're
is
gonna
the
be-
best
they're
pick
gonna be
in the
good.
draft, and I'm going to tell you why.
This is your best pick in the draft? Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Because
According
you've
to
already
you.
got. According to me, I said that.
Well, he's saying it, Billy, so of course it's according to you.
Yeah.
He's all up in your grill today. It's because I out bench pressed.
No,
him.
it's, I had bench
Did you
pressed
really?
before.
After
It was
4
upset.
years of not bench pressing, I'm just like, fuck,
because
I'll
he
try this
tripled my bench press after doing shoulders.
after doing shoulders.
out. Hey, some people are blessed,
So I'm
some
not
people are
happy.
George. You know what I mean?
We can't
Hey,
all be. We
I'm
can't
not-
be all be big.
I'm not handsome, so I've got to be strong.
As I said, I'm getting a t-shirt. When you're that ugly, you got to be
George,
strong.
Exactly.
Don't let me hear you talk like that again. You are handsome.
So, well, clearly you need your vision check, bro.
What else?
Yeah,
Shout
hey,
out
but thank you.
Dick of the Kicker for the Chargers as well.
I wouldn't say no.
Well, yeah, but you're very zesty.
You
at the
two are
moment.
being. Oh, you two
Can I
are
make
being
my
very
point? On
fruity.
oh, fuck
Some
you.
sexual tension
It's
going.
very-
You got-
real fruity over here.
You've already got. You've
Get
got a
the
franchise
couch.
QB.
Get
You've
the
got a
couch
franchise
out.
QB. Now, if you watched any Chargers games last year, which I did, because I was real high on them in the preseason, I was
too.
thought they were gonna boom,
Me too.
and all you saw was poor fucking Juzzy Herbert running for his fucking life.
Yeah.
And then got hurt
Yeah,
because he
got
got
hurt.
hit so much.
Yeah.
It's a,
So-
it was a great. It was
This is
a
the best
great
pick.
team fit, great player. Like
Yep.
the best offensive lineman with a great fit. They desperately need offensive linemen.
Yeah.
For a franchise, it's perfect. It was like
In my
bang,
opinion,
bang, bang.
He's
Perfect.
in my opinion, he's the best player in the draft.
I think he could be,
On
yes.
talent. On talent.
He's so big, man. Did you see him hugging?
Oh.
So his old man is
His
a Hall
old
of
man
Famer.
was like 244 pounds, and he's
Yeah.
like 310 or something.
Yeah. So he hugged his old man. His old man played for the Chiefs like 15 years
Yeah.
and is a
That's
ring of
what they-
honor
oh.
like superstar. And he hugged him and he looked.
Can I
his
have
old man
Can I have Joel
looked,
stats, please, Brock?
he looked like a midget.
He's
His old
and
man.
that's what they said. They go
6'9", 321.
6'9" and 321 pounds.
321.
and they're like, oh yeah,
Did it for 2.
his old man was like like his old man's playing days. He was 244.
Yeah, and he hugged him and
And
he,
he was
looked,
like a star.
he looked like a child.
Yeah.
His dad.
So
He does look
I'm
like an 8-year-old
six-
baby, though.
I'm
Yes.
6'5" and 250. So he would make me look like a fucking.
So he's
like
he's
a
like
flea, bro.
he's 40 kilos heavier than
40 and 4 inches taller.
yeah.
Wow.
So he's tall. He's taller than you by as much as you're taller than me.
Yeah.
Can I
correct.
just
So
go
can
back-
you imagine? He'd be 2 heads taller than me. I'd be up.
Right.
I would be up to his like the top of my eyes would be in his nipples.
Great pick.
That's
I
how
love it.
huge a
Hey,
human. Like, and I'm
I
not
love
I'm not a short person. Like, I would be like, oh my god, this guy's a giant.
He's a foot taller
You'd
than
be
him,
sucking
Billy.
his dick.
Can I just say? So when
be his third
when
leg.
people talk to me about football,
Mm.
and I try to give them some relevance because people like to throw around, oh, I could play, da da da.
They couldn't.
And I try to throw around some
Bam.
relevance.
Nah,
All I
Womp
say
womp.
is, okay, you got a 350-pound human that's 6'7",
Yep.
running a 40-yard dash quicker than what I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the scariest part.
That's when they go, oh, I go, yeah. So you still think you could play against that?
No.
Could you imagine that guy hitting
Oh.
you at full speed?
No.
You would die.
It's
Like I'd actually like to do it one day just to know. Like it'd be horrific. I'd die.
Die.
I'd like to be like, all right,
I'll have the crash
Bang,
test standing
he
by
did.
me.
like Quentin, I'd be like Quentin Nelson. I want you to pull and block me,
Is
and
that
I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I want to know how fucking. I would say I'm like, I want you to not hold back. Like try and fucking.
you don't want
kill
that.
me. I would just
There's a
want to see
decent-
because you're not gonna die. The worst that's gonna happen, you'll get knocked.
Look at the motherfucking Hamlin.
No, what would happen to me is he would pick me up and throw me like fucking 10 meters. You would not die, but I would
It'd be-
love to see it.
No. There's a decent chance you could be a pool of liquid on the floor.
If he, yeah,
better
if
than
he
that.
No,
went
that's
through-
what's coming out of his asshole when he shit.
Also, I'd fucking cut the shit out. I'd be like, hey, you can't run without your fucking kneecaps, Quentin.
you cut him and go, yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was
I
doing.
think you would get hurt more if you tried to cut him.
Yeah.
If you tried to
Yeah,
cut him
those
at full
legs,
speed
those legs.
and his body went through you, that is when you could actually really hurt yourself. I would probably just like try and swim him. So then if he got it, when he got his hands on me, I'd be up high and he'd just kind of throw me.
You'll see, just like,
That'd be the safest way. If you tried to lower yourself and brace for it,
Dude.
But I just try and like speed move him and fail. And then
All
he'll
your
throw.
vertebrae just going.
I think it'd be so fun though. I'd love to see it.
Hey,
All right, Malik Neighbours. What do we reckon?
That's a good pick for the
It's
Giants.
great if the Giants had someone to fucking
but they
throw
got-
him the
that's the
ball.
I had him at pick 6 going to the Giants.
Yeah, he was the best receiver left at this point.
Fantastic receiver. He's going to be a gun.
I said
The only trouble is
All
the guy
I know
getting the
is
ball. That's the only
Danny
issue.
Dimes is the
the
problem.
Giants, like from what I've seen about Malik Neighbours, is he's a crisp route runner that gets open within rhythm.
Yep.
And like just putting my brain on to
Good
what
hands.
Daniel Jones can do. He
But
is
they
not a
don't-
rhythm quarterback
they
that
But
throws
they're
accurately.
built. I think they're going to build pieces around Daniel Jones because they know he's not the answer, but they've got to honor his contract because
They-
they're paying so fucking much for
They
him.
have to take it.
So they're going to go, okay, well, there's always new quarterbacks coming through the draft. Let's see how we go. If we don't actually do that well this year, we're going to have a high draft pick. Let's go for a quarterback next year.
Yeah.
I think that's
It-
Yeah, I didn't hate it because
It's
his
pointless.
guaranteed money runs out at the end of this next season too.
Oh, okay.
So they can cut him. For
So,
basically nothing.
yeah.
Which they will.
Yes.
They will. So it's
Or
pointless,
they'll restructure him or something.
it's
like, you'd
pointless
have
them
to have a
taking a quarterback
huge
this
season.
draft because I think there'll be better ones coming
Well,
through.
if you give him some talent around him, right, and then he's really bad still, then at least at the end of this season you can go, hey mate, we fucking paid you. You've been terrible.
We've got you some
We're
talent.
cutting you. Like
Yeah.
you don't have a terrible receiver. You know, we've got your 2 first-round picks at left tackle. We've got your top 10 receiver. If you can't make it work with this group, like what
It's
do you
on
want us
you.
to do?
Yep, that's fair.
That's true. All right, and then they went the Titans, JC Latham.
They took a tackle, which they
Yeah,
should have.
I think,
I
again-
had him taking Joe Alt, but obviously
He didn't get there. Yeah.
he didn't get there. So they.
I
they
didn't
surprise
hate this.
tackle.
Again, if you're building around Levis, he's going into the second year of his rookie deal.
Yep.
You only get three more years with him because he was a second round pick. You don't
Yep.
get that fifth year
Fifth
option.
year option, yeah.
So they've got to get it. And they took Skronsky last year, who I think will play. He played left guard. You put JC Latham at left tackle. If those two work out,
That's
you've
great.
set up your left side of your line, and that's a big deal.
That's
100%.
fantastic.
Yep.
man. That's unreal.
And he's
if you've
from
got,
all
if Will
reports of
Levis is your
JC
guy,
Latham,
then yes,
he's
it's great.
a pass protector.
Yep.
And when you have a big cannon arm quarterback, what do you need to throw the ball deep?
I'm excited to
You need
watch.
time. You
I'm
need time.
excited to watch Levis this year.
Yeah,
so
I really
me
enjoyed
too.
him
Me
last
I'm
too.
really excited to watch
Yep.
Tennessee this year.
I don't think they'll be good, but I think they'll be fun. I think
Hey,
he will
exciting.
launch
Can
the
you
ball.
guys just did they pick up a running back in the draft or have they signed a running back now that Henry? Because has Henry gone officially?
I don't know.
Ravens.
That's
the
right.
Ravens,
He's at the,
Is
yeah.
that B more? I don't know if they picked one up.
Let's get to the
'Cause
most.
that'll be their only case
questionable
where they
pick
fall down.
in this
Okay.
first round.
See if
Now
they
let's
pick up
get.
a running back.
I've got a
probably got one
question.
late.
I've got a question from someone who sent this in.
No, they haven't picked up a running back yet.
There's only one running back that's gone, isn't there?
4 running backs gone.
Has Blake Corum
It
gone?
hasn't. Yeah, it had to the Chargers.
Blake Corum
Sorry,
to the Rams.
To the Rams.
Some Rams. Okay. All right. So I've got a question from Aaron Smith, who's a long-time listener,
Shout
formerly
out
known
Junior.
as Big Junior.
Shout out Junior.
He messaged in his first question, which is relating to this next pick, is what the fuck is wrong with the Falcons? Can I do something before we launch into our upset about this pick?
Yep.
Can I just start with a bit of devil's advocate?
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
I don't agree with this.
We normally
I don't
finish.
agree with it,
okay.
but I put myself
I hate
into
you
the
already.
mind. I put myself into the mindset of their GM, right? And here's what I came up with.
He's not going to have a job next week, by the
Is
way.
Football. What a fucking idiot. My Instagram post about picking this guy is it's not this fucking hard.
It's not.
It's
you
not.
yes, and they compared it to the Packers took Jordan Love and Aaron
on,
Rodgers.
hang on.
They took them late in the first round when there was no other fucking top 10
I
talent.
don't understand how
It's
you can
retarded.
how you can explain the
To
fact
your
that you've
owner.
signed
I
Kirk
would've-
Cousins.
If I was his owner,
What was
I
Kirk
would've
Cousins'
fired-
200 and
180, I
4
think.
years, 180 million.
180 million for 4 years.
yeah,
So
but they're out of it after 2.
that's fine.
I get the theory of it.
but
Trust me, if they picked it, if they traded back to 25 and then took him there, which he wasn't gonna make because teams were such a fucking hard on for quarterbacks this draft because they're all desperate, which we'll get to soon because there's one more that's just fucking outrageous going in the first round.
Yeah.
But Penix he wasn't even
highly
rated.
touted.
He wasn't rated higher than JJ McCarthy,
But you
and
know
I
what?
don't like JJ McCarthy. Yeah, Penix had great success. He got a big arm, all that sort of stuff. Is this a good spot for him? Yeah, he can go and learn behind Kirk Cousins for a year or 2 years and develop. I don't hate it, but I hate it because I think next year in the draft there's another Michael Penix,
100%.
and the year after
That
there's
hasn't
another
had, that
Michael
hasn't
Penix.
had the injuries that Michael Penix
Exactly.
has.
There's a guy like this in every
That's-
fucking draft,
That's correct.
And
they've blown that. They could have had the best defensive player. They could have had
well, that's who I had. them taking.
Rome Dunze.
Robert Duzay,
I
yeah.
had him-
They could have got the big left tackle Fashwanu. who's the Jets got. He's an absolute fucking
Brock Bowers.
massive unit. Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Or they
That
could have
would've
gone
been
a
a
different
big
way
coup.
and they could have got Latu. They could have got Dallas Turner, who was outrageous getting to the 17th pick.
Yeah,
It was
that was outrageous. I
it was-
agree.
fucking despicable organization work. Like
James.
that is a terrible GM.
James, the thing that really highlights it is when you hear the guys that are calling the draft and they all just go, "Oh,
Oh,
And then,
I
and
love
then
the draft.
hearing,
Ooh.
I love this. I
And
love
where
this."
have the
And not
guys
because
got-
it's for a good pick. They're like, because it's an upset.
yeah.
where have
Shake
the
things
analysts
up.
gone?
It's
Like,
like-
Mel Kiper used to come in and just be like, "What the fuck was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
pick?
yeah,
what
yeah.
what idiot?"
No, because
And now
they
he's gone
can't
away
anymore.
from it. Yeah,
they
they
can't
were
anymore. 'cause
watching them sell this pick to people.
No,
I
but
was
they
just
weren't.
like,
They weren't even.
"Oh,
really
they were
selling him.
trying." They're like, "Oh, well, you know, I guess what they're trying to do." It's bullshit. It is poor organization. It's not this fucking hard.
the guy
It's
that
not this hard.
the guy they had on the fucking coverage, I don't know which coverage it was. They said he messaged fucking Kirk Cousins' manager, and Kirk Cousins didn't know they were drafting a fucking
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's crazy.
Because
bro.
the Atlanta thought that he'd be long gone by then. In what fucking world did we think? Well, actually, for what we've seen, maybe they were. But I can't believe it. They could have taken Brock Bowers and had Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts run two tight end
They
sets
could have
and
had
fucking
Dallas
carve
Turner.
teams up.
yeah.
Strengthen up their defense.
They have a great
which they're
offensive
struggling.
line. You tell me that they take Brock Bowers, right? They got a great O line. They run fucking double tight end with two of the best athletic tight ends in the NFL, and Bijan
running
and go,
behind it, yeah.
"Hey, we're going to run it if you set. You know what? If you bring in a couple of D-backs to cover our athletic tight ends, we're going to run it on you. If you stack the box, we're going to pass it now.
We're gonna
Tight
pass
end's going
it
to
out,
outrun
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
What do you got?
They had it
Show
set
us
up
what
for
you've
them.
got.
They could have done anything. Roma
And you-
Dunze was
and you know why that works well? Because you need an accurate QB, which is what Kirk Cousins is.
Kirk Cousins, accurate, great off play action.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
I don't get it.
Yes.
They only like Kyle Pitts. I think's a good player. I know there's doubts about him. I think he's going to be good this year.
With a good quarterback, I
Look,
think he'd be
London
good.
hasn't
I agree.
London
Yeah.
hasn't done a lot for him. They don't really have a great receiving group. Why not Roma Dunze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's the best.
He's the best receiver on the
those
board.
three
Take him.
receivers, everyone was like, they're all superstars. Why not take him
I
and
don't
go,
know.
all right, now Drake London, you've got no fucking excuse.
You look at all the gradings that the NFL put out on the draft. And
Horrendous.
They put that out, and there was an F, a big
It's
fat
a
and-
F.
fucking F. It's a
and
fucking F.
and
fat
people are going to
F.
say, oh, if he ends up being good, it won't matter. Incorrect. It will matter because the value is the fucking value.
Yeah.
This will be a disastrous draft pick till the day everyone fucking dies.
Was he even
Because
at the
it's
draft?
horrendous.
Was he there at the draft?
Yeah, he was there. I think.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No,
there?
he was-
He wasn't even
he
there.
was
So
at home.
he wasn't
Yeah.
even a
The
first
only way
round
this
guy.
is- the only
Oh,
way
they
this
only
is a
invited like
disaster-
13 of them.
No, guys.
no.
After Will Levis last year, they don't actually. A lot of guys shy away from going to the draft because I think Will Levis was projected first round last
Will
year.
Levis was like, projected like 1 or 2
And-
last
and
year.
he's
There was
slipped.
rumors he was going to go top
and
3.
he slipped. Did he slip to the second round? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was the first pick of the
So
second. I
that's
believe.
why guys now they tend to not, unless you're guaranteed to go top 10.
Mm.
I think they tend to steer away from actually attending the draft, and they'd rather just stay home with
do
their
a draft
family.
party. at
Well,
home, man.
another question we got again from Junior was if the Vault Boys had a choice of a first round pick, would you be at the venue with 1 or 2 people or at home with a shitload of your mates? I think we all know what I'd do.
Definitely at home.
We'd be in the fucking garage. We'd be fucking, the
Definitely
problem
at
is they couldn't cut to me because me and Scotty'd be fucking out of control.
I think you know, I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna say I would go because
You would go and drip up.
I'd drip up, but you can drip up at home. But I'd want to go. You only get drafted once, so if I was
It's
guaranteed
true. You
to
can
go
be with
top
your mates
10,
anyway.
I want that where I'm walking out onto the stage with the commish, taking my photo with my jersey. I want to experience that. I want to see.
I'd have to be like knowing I'm going.
You have to be a lock,
Like-
lock. But if I'm a maybe, I'm at home because you know why? The next day you're flying out to your city. So if
You're home strumming.
yes.
How quickly after you drafted do you strum?
Oh, you need that post
I'm
clarity.
like,
you won't be
Yeah.
strumming, you'll have 3 shorties lined up. to
Because
strum
you'd be
you.
so happy. It's like, oh my god, the Titans just drafted me. Then you get your post like code.
I'm an
you're like,
NFL player, baby.
Fuck the fucking
Titans
Titans.
just drafted me.
Actually, no. Shout out your boy CD Lamb. Hit the clip of him getting drafted goes viral every
Oh,
year,
yeah.
and it's
I can't
No,
remember it.
that's
The girl-
was that Jerry Judy.
Oh, wait,
Nah,
wait,
CD.
where the girl
Oh,
goes to take his
CD.
the
phone.
girl
he
sitting
takes
next
his
to
phone
him,
back.
like he's holding 2 phones, and she grabs one, and he looks at her, grabs the phone, and be like, "Don't fucking touch that."
No. The ultimate
I'll
draft.
send it to you. It's
Oh,
fucking.
yeah,
The
I know
ultimate
what you're-
viral draft is the one that I put in the group chat.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, that chick, her mouth could swallow up fucking souls. It's like, oh, why did he break up with her? I'm like, I can tell just from her mouth.
A picture
why.
says 1,000
Because
words.
it's
Yeah.
hundred-
Pop's
100%
too
it does.
teethy.
Russell Wilson's not a top before marriage sort
No.
of operator.
No, absolutely not. Moving on.
Yeah,
All
very,
right.
very questionable. This
The worst pick of the draft by far.
The
Actually,
only way,
it's close. It was closer than I thought to be the worst pick
the
of the draft.
only way that this pick can be a good pick is if he somehow turns into Michael Vick. That's the only way.
If he's a superstar, then people will forget
But-
about it, but the pick's still always going to be awful.
All the dogs in Atlanta are scared as fuck now. A left-handed quarterback named Michael getting drafted to Atlanta.
If he turns into Michael Vick,
Lock
I'll
him
allow
up.
it.
If he turns into Michael Vick, the Eagles are going to be very happy in 7 years
No,
after his short stint in jail.
Moving on. Moving
Declare
on.
bankruptcy.
Roma
Okay.
Dunze, we talked about him before.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good pick.
the Bears nailed
Great
it.
pick,
They
great
went Caleb Williams, and then they still got one of they might when they saw Penix Jr. go, they must have been like, "Fucking
Fuck
hell, we
yeah.
just got Roma Dunze
Yeah.
at 9."
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, they're not going to get one of those receivers. We thought Brock Bowers would be a good one.
Yeah.
But with him there, it was a no-brainer. They got the third best receiver in the draft, but he was so close to the other two. Like it was literally picking nits which one you wanted. So he could end up easily being the best. I thought that was great.
Pick 10.
He also goes to a good team with Keenan Allen, veteran leadership, and DJ Moore, who's a number one.
Yep.
So he's not gonna. It's like JSN last year at Seattle. He's not gonna have to be the fucking guy.
Yeah.
He can come in and just play that third string,
Yep.
play a bit of the slot, play in a good role, and
Learn
suit it.
how to be a
And
professional.
Keenan Allen will be a good vet for him.
100%.
Okay, what do we think, JJ
Pick 10.
McCarthy for the Vikings?
I don't hate it.
I don't know either.
hate
I
it.
thought I would. I think I said on the
I
Instagram
think you
post, I'm like,
said it.
I want to hate this, but I don't.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure I said
I don't hate him.
I said last week he will be in this range of 10 to 12.
I don't think this was a reach. I think this
This
was
is
a perfect
the
spot.
perfect spot
Yeah,
for him.
they traded up. They gave the Jets a third round pick or something like that to
You
get
have-
up a pick
You
because
have to take
Denver
him
were
in the
trying to
first
come
because he
up.
would not be there.
Yeah, because I didn't. It's apparently Denver were trying to get to pick 10 with the Jets to take JJ McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
And then the Jets went, the Vikings went, well, let's just swap picks and we'll give you a couple
Yep.
of guys. You still guaranteed to get your guy you want because you know we're taking McCarthy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you still get whereas if you trade back to Denver at 12, there's two picks between
Yeah, you
you.
might
Like
miss
you
out.
might, if you take this quarterback, we're probably going to take a tackle.
What do you
So,
think? What do you think of Bo Nix going at 12?
Ridiculous.
I
think
called
it's-
that. I called that. By the
I
way,
think I saw a meme today that said that Bo Nix already looks like the retired
car of-
NFL player trying to sell you a Ford Fiesta.
Yeah, no, Ford F-150
Ford
truck.
F-150. I
Yeah.
was like, that's spot. And then and Brocky, keep this receipt because I want this to come up in years time.
I'm on
Clip it, clip it.
There is no
It's about to be out of pocket.
fucking chance this motherfucker is a good NFL quarterback.
wow.
No,
there
I
is
agree with that.
Zero
Nah.
fucking. He is going to the shittest situation you can possibly go
He's got
to.
Zach Wilson there, who's already salty that he didn't work out.
And you're not
in
going to
New
get
York.
to fuck any mums because Zach Wilson's just going to be plowing them
Yeah,
all around town.
You know he's slim.
And you know Bo Nix is like a mum. He's a tall, handsome white guy. He likes a MILF. Now he's going to get zero of them. He's going to have to get trickle-down MILFs from fucking Zach Wilson.
Which
And
still would be first round picks for all of us.
I'm certain,
Trickle down milfs. I love it.
I'm certain that this can't play. If he's great, come at me, everyone. I'll fucking cop it on the chin. But I'm saying right now, there is no world this guy is on Denver after his rookie contract.
You know the-
He's not going to be
You
a
know,
good
know
NFL
the
quarterback.
greatest thing about it? His pro comp is Dak Prescott.
Yeah, except Dak Prescott, he doesn't have to fuck mums because he's black and he's hot.
So yeah, I
He
think
gets the
I think
shoulders.
I think
He gets the shoulders.
Super zesty.
I reckon
White
he's really
white
gonna
guys are going to go
struggle.
for the mums because they're not taking all the hot white chicks from the black guys. It's simple as that. You never been to a party?
That's
That's just nature.
advantage.
And I don't blame the white girls or the black dudes for it. Play your cards. Play them hard.
Shoot.
Shoot, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm right off Bo Nix. The
Yeah,
worst
he's
pick.
going to struggle. He's going to
I
struggle.
thought at least Penix Jr. might be good, and the
No,
situation's
Don't
good.
start.
But
No.
at least Penix Jr. Right, if he sits behind Kirk Cousins for 2 years, they've got good receivers.
That-
They've got a good offense.
Oh, I get that, but
There's a selling point. He could be okay. It's a terrible pick. This is just a terrible player.
But like that's
It's
the
a
thing.
reach for a bad player who
It's
teams
definitely a reach.
no one thought he was going to go in the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's this is the 12th pick of the fucking draft.
Yeah.
Again, Dallas Turner is still available. Latu's still available.
Brock Bowers. Still
Brock
available.
Bauer is still available.
He might be the second best player in the draft.
There were so many. Chop Robinson, best name in football. I don't care what anyone says. He's taken it from Ndamukong Suh, best name in football. Chop Robinson. That's what I mean. I just think it was a terrible pick.
Remember
Yep.
what I said to you for the preview? I said shitty teams reach for shitty quarterbacks.
Yes.
Here we are.
Yep.
And then
100%.
talking about a team that got it right, and this feels very fucking unusual to say this.
The Raiders,
got it right, man.
They did.
They got to this spot and they were like, what position right now has the greatest value? It's and the best available player.
They just got the best available.
Tight end. Brock Bowers was probably the best player
messaged
left
you,
in the
I
draft.
said this will
Great
be my. I said this will be my best pick of the draft.
It was unbelievable.
I think he's going to be the best player in the
That's a
draft.
steal. It's a steal.
I think so. He was. And we all know that tight ends are few and far between. There's just not many of them.
There's not many.
They got the best one and potentially the best player at that point. It was the highest
Yep.
position value for the best player available, and he's a team need. He fits
Yeah.
in perfectly.
Yeah.
I know they took Myers last year, the tight end. Like,
Yeah,
beauty of the
Michael
NFL is you
Myers,
can run two tight ends.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good.
And Brock Bowers actually can play receiver. He can play slot. He can play outside. You can do a lot with Brock Bowers.
Shout out to the
and
Raiders.
and Mayer.
Shout out to the Raiders.
Great pick by the Raiders. Then we get a bit Talise Fagua, who was another tackle. They think he'll play guard for the Saints. That felt like a bit of a we need an offensive lineman.
Yep, it's fine.
He'll probably play left tackle for them or left guard. And then we got the record-breaking year. We went 14 picks without a defensive player drafted, which is.
incredible.
Do you want to know what
It
the
really
most?
is, man.
It's
I
normally
agree.
fucking second or
Do you
third
know-
pick. You normally
Do you
take
know
a
what the
defensive
most
player.
ever was before? 8 picks. It was J.C. Horn a few years ago for the
Wow.
Panthers, getting to pick 8. And it is not only the longest a picks the NFL draft's ever gone without a defensive player taken. If you take any point of the NFL draft over the whole lifetime of it,
Oh, that many picks.
you
Yeah,
take
yeah.
14 picks. There has never been 14 straight players from one side of the ball taken.
Can I just throw something in here?
Yes.
Do you think this has changed because the NFL is now limiting like the hip drop? You can't hip drop tackle, so it's becoming harder for defenses to actually play, and they're
I
shifting
think,
more.
I think it was just
Let's just
draft.
put more points on the board.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I think
teams are
because-
rolling
I
to
think
that.
Billy-
Yeah, I think you got a
Billy-
point.
I think Billy's onto that.
I
That,
think
that I agree with.
I think it was a mixture of
I just that's
the draft was stacked with receiver and quarterback, according to
What
everyone.
I think it is, I think it's just the college game now is an offensive game.
Yeah.
So even if you take a receiver in the first round, if they don't work out, you don't want them at receiver, you can put them at fucking corner.
That's
And
true.
you
I
can
get
work
that,
something
but
out. You
And
can
all the
flip 'em.
defensive
I think-
guys are like fucking. There's no like pure edge rushers coming. Like you,
No,
you don't
no.
just get your guy anymore. Like you
You-
Miles Garrett, where you're
you don't
like
get-
this
you don't get
guy
a big
is a
fucking
pure
yes.
pass rushing motherfucker. Even Dallas Turner was like
Jordan
yeah,
Davis
he's a
last
part-
year?
yeah, Jordan
was,
Davis.
was a big guy,
A
but
big-
no one else had big guys.
no, they just
Except
everyone's just
Georgia.
kind of like
So James, my
speed,
my
speed.
issue
Yeah.
is now that I think now my personal take is now that the NFL is so worried about possible sanctions with CT,
Yeah.
all that scans, they're doing and injuries as well. They're doing everything they can to limit. It's like the AFL. They're doing everything they can to limit it. So it's like, well, the defensive players are going, well, what can we do? So now that you can't hip drop tackles, that's a foul. You're
also-
not allowed to do it. So
Yeah.
they're putting more value now. And Nick Saban said this. There's more value now. I think you're going to find that corners, their stock's going to go up because
Well,
they're going to
corners'
require
values-
guys to play press man to man and be able to drop back in coverage. Because if you don't have them being able to play man to man, how do you stop the run?
yeah, it's
So-
becoming a
Exactly
man
right,
to
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so
NFL.
and that's what I think we're going to find more and more. The league's going to be more offensive of okay, how many points can we sling?
Yeah.
And
becoming
then
more
defense
college
is going to
like.
be like, okay, how do we stop this?
It's
Okay, we're
also
gonna
a
have to
lot
have
harder.
good DBs,
yes.
good safeties because there's, the hard hitting Miles Garrett, like your Nick your Bosa's,
Yep.
your Chase Youngs, all those guys who lay the wood. That's all going to get flagged out. So I think the NFL will become a bit softer.
Yeah.
So you're going
and
to
more
find,
fast.
yeah, and more fast. So you're going to go, okay, well, we want speed and athleticism.
Also, DBs aren't as valued because the rule changes from college to NFL are very dramatic.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like you can't do nearly as much in the NFL in terms of physicality.
Yeah.
So literally, you have to be in a like cornerback would be the fucking worst professional position to play. It'd be horrible. Like you could towel a guy all day and then slip
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
give a touchdown up, and you've
You've had a shit game.
and you could be terrible.
Yep.
Like it would be so hard to play.
You can say
And
that
I
about
think-
playing tackle too. Like you could tell a
Tackle's
guy
very
for 50,
similar.
for 50 snaps and then you slip
The
twice.
difference with
and he gets
tackle
two
is
sacks.
right. The difference with offensive line is you can get into a game where like if a guy's towing you up because he's a bit quicker than you, but he's a bit smaller,
You can
you can be
scheme
like,
for
hey,
that.
let's fucking run the ball over this guy.
Sure.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
get the left guard and left tackle and let's just double team this
Yeah.
motherfucker into the ground 10 plays in a row
And then-
Scheme
and then-
against
until
Is that
he's got
out of
nothing.
gas?
And
Yeah.
gassy, gassy.
You can't scheme against covering Justin Jefferson
Yep.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
You just can't.
You can put Sauce Gardner on him.
Sauce a good player. But as I said, if you want far
And that's
between,
what I mean. You got corners coming through now where there's more value. I think you'll find there'll be a jump in stock value and they're going to be taken a lot higher.
it was just the draft too. Like it was a very offensively loaded draft. We knew that. And the top, and we haven't talked about this yet, but the lack of Like there's an absolute earthquake going on upstairs with my children running
Shout
around.
out.
But
Shout out to
yeah,
your two daughters.
the lack of underclassmen, they call it, so people that aren't playing their senior year.
Yeah.
It's the lowest ever amount of underclassmen in the NFL. So they reckon that the 3rd and 4th round is now the equivalent of the old like 5th and 6th round.
It's just so
Because there's not as many underclassmen because everyone's going back for their senior year because they're making the NIL money.
Yeah,
now,
the money. Yeah.
which is great for college football
Love
and
it.
great for the
Love to
kids
see it.
because kids are going back and finishing their fucking degrees
Love to see
and
it.
finishing their football career until they can't play anymore. Like if I was good enough to play college football, I would and be in the NFL, I'd be like, well, if I back myself, I'm that good. I'm going to play my senior year because I can never come back and play college football again. Once I'm gone, I'm gone.
It's exactly
And
right.
the NFL will be there next year, and I'll make enough money. Like my mindset will be, I'll make enough money to
Yeah,
fucking.
that's why everyone's.
I'll get one NFL contract, and I'm not an idiot, so I'll be
Yeah.
rich.
And then
like
after
one
that,
NFL
you're going to
contract
go
is
into
more.
specialist coaching and charge people a fuckload.
Exactly. Like I just back myself to be like,
And
I'm going to
people
be
will pay
fine. Game plan for life.
DP4L. Shout out.
Shout out to the big man. Okay, let's move on.
James, moving on.
I thought Latu for the Colts was a really good pick. Byron Murphy was a bit of a reach for the Seattle. I know our boy Scotty didn't like it, but hey, big interior defensive linemen are hard to find. The pick I loved, and it was
Dallas
Minnesota getting it done. They traded up for JJ McCarthy. Have you seen the clip when they said we're trading up to get Dallas Turner? Have you seen Kevin O'Connell's face? He cannot believe it.
Yeah, he's like,
This is what everyone thought the Falcons were going to take a pick 8.
Well, they should have taken it.
Shocked that he
Yeah.
was still available.
Flipped.
And yeah, I get Latu going in front of him because Latu was pretty highly rated too. Very pure, strong. Latu actually was told 2 years ago he had to retire from football for medical reasons.
Oh,
because of his
really?
neck.
Oh, wow.
Same with Jalen Phillips a few years ago. He's
Oh,
now
I
with the
didn't know
Dolphins.
see, I'm not touching a guy like that if I'm a GM.
Apparently, well, he's gone back. He's played his last year. He's had all
I don't care.
clearances.
I don't
from
care.
doctors.
I'm like, nah, I'm not touching you.
He's so good though. He's such a good player. Dallas Turner was an absolute shock. I want to mention our man Chop Robinson going to Miami.
Great name.
Edge rusher. If that's not the best name in this draft, like I know Kool-Aid McKinstry's funny, but Chop Robinson, that's a football fucking player name.
Shout
That's a major league baseball name.
Out of Penn State, too.
That's coming up to the plate.
You know he's a dog.
Spitting your seeds out on the side, doing your practice swing, telling the umpire to wait till you're fucking ready, then stepping up to the plate. That's Chop fucking
I love
Robinson.
it.
He's,
Then going and playing shortstop, like a Golden Glove shortstop.
he's left. He's thrown his dad the house keys and said, "You're the man of the house now."
Look after mum.
I heard that's what Caleb Williams did when he left. He threw the keys to his he threw the chopsticks to his mum and went, "Make sure you cook a good dinner tonight."
Wow.
Wow.
Chopsticks.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I got confused in
It
there.
was great. You Chop Robinson. No, Caleb
He
Williams
is
got the
Asian.
keys thrown
He's
to him
Asian.
and it broke his nail. He was like, "Daddy, oh,
Daddy, my hand.
the Bears."
Jabez. Jabez.
I got
Just wanna
draft
touch
number
on
one.
the,
Yes.
Yes, Queen. Slay.
Very
I'm going to
That's
Chicago.
what he's doing. His
Slay.
first completion to DJ Moore. He's going to turn the other line and goes, "Fucking slaying,
Slay.
boys." And they're going to be like, "Oh, fuck this
Did you
guy."
see
Hey.
that clip I sent you? Where at
Oh,
the end he's like,
The Bears.
Hold him up, big boys. I'm about to slay.
It's like, I'm sorry. I've never heard a
Actually,
full-grown man's
I want
voice
to
that high.
punch
that
him in the
high-pitched.
mouth so bad.
And I know he can't help that. Like
I
we're,
haven't
we're
watched
attacking something you probably can't help, but that's a high-pitched voice.
Nah,
Pick
you can work on
20.
it, bro.
Pick 22.
You can just talk lower.
I called this. I did.
Yeah.
I
This you got this one, Quinton
I
Mitchell.
like this pick.
Cooper DeJean, but I said a corner would go, and it
Yeah.
wasn't Cooper DeJean. It was Quinn Mitchell. I think he's going to be a good corner.
You
Yeah, he'll be good. And
I just watched that
and
video.
that fits the
That's
need
fine.
for us.
It's- have you not seen it
No,
yet?
I haven't watched it
Fuck me,
today.
it's so funny. The Bears.
Bears.
That fits
Um,
the need for us because our corners suck.
And then you guys got Cooper DeJean in
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
round too. So
Yeah.
you've actually
Stacked.
picked up a couple of really good players. And obviously, White Jackie Robinson. Fight the power.
That's us.
Retire his number right fucking
Hey,
now.
we got one for the all-white team.
Yeah,
we got one.
And
We
you know
got
what?
one.
He
We can go
doesn't
Tyreek.
say the word because he's not allowed to.
No,
We can cut Tyreek
He
now.
can't say the word.
He
No
can't.
way.
No matter how many black guys he's hanging out with in
You know
that
what the new
defensive
saying is going to
backfield,
be?
he cannot say it.
You know what it's going to be now? Jesus Christ! It's Cooper DeJean.
And also, Cooper J, I'm going to give you some tips.
Greg
You're gonna
Olsen
take
said
this. When they tell you that you have a free pass to say it, don't believe them.
Do
It's,
not
it's
say
a
it.
fucking
It's a
trap.
trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Greg Olsen said it's fine. It's
Greg
all good.
Olsen also said a lot of things in that rap video he had about the seventh floor.
Oh,
Seventh floor
how good is
mafia.
7th floor mafia. That is
Hey.
so good.
Hey,
What do you think? Like,
Shout out
I
to
sometimes see old Facebook posts
They
of
bring
mine,
it
and I'm
down.
like, That's pretty bad from me. Like some pretty bad shit.
I'm deleting them
But
daily.
can you
don't
imagine
I get a memory. I'm like, brother, ugh.
What's that?
how often do you think Greg Olsen gets sent that?
Oh,
It'd be daily.
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
how often someone sees him and starts saying it to him.
Oh wow.
The cringe he would have to like. He's now like a father of 4, like white, like
no, because he's such a nice guy. in
tight
person.
knit. Like
Yeah,
it's the
fuck that
most.
guy, yeah.
Like you would never think he would have behaved that way back in college, and he was probably just trying to be one of the boys when he
he
wasn't.
was 100% trying to fit in.
But
The
fuck me,
Miami
he
boys.
must sit there and just be like, oh shit, man.
the U.
The U. It's actually a great fucking documentary.
Hey, pick
both of them.
23, the Jags.
Yeah, I like Brian
my
Thompson.
guy. I like it. I like it
Burner.
a lot.
So apparently they traded up for this.
Yep.
They
As they
thought
should.
they thought that the reason they missed out on wide receivers in free agency was because they thought they had Ridley. So it came out that they were like up until 4 days into free agency, we were like, Ridley's re-signing with us. We're going to get Ridley back. We're all good. And then Ridley did the old, hey, peace out, hombres. I'm going. I can't even remember where he went now. She's like, I'm out of here. So then they were kind of forced into this. But I think in terms of the 4th receiver in the draft, I think he was pretty good.
I think he's
Absolute burner. I really like Christian Kirk there. Ingram, they've got some good players. EDN, I think it's a good fit. They need him. He's a good number 2.
Tennessee Titans.
Good fit, good player. Yeah, Ridley went to the Titans, but he's a good fit, good spot. They didn't reach for him. It was just a good pick all round. He's gonna
I had
be-
him going. I had him
very,
going
very
pick
good.
27.
Yeah, I think it's a good.
So
I think it's
it moved
right
up
in the
a little
mark.
bit, Yep.
I think the Chiefs got a good little receiver there too.
Yeah, well, let's actually go to there. So
Oh.
they got Xavier Worthy, who broke the record for a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
I just want to know
Boy
when.
can run.
So being the fastest receiver in the draft, it's only a matter of time now till he gets in a car and fucking kills a few people.
Oh wow.
He's got speed to burn. they say.
I'm just going off history.
Yeah. Well.
Henry Ruggs, Rice, both can run.
It's
Both can't drive cars properly.
they're a class act.
Do you
Absolute
think
great
when he came into the
workhorse.
when he came
Speed
into
to
the
burn.
he came into the press conference, they're like, all right, we're just gonna get out there and talk. They're like, what are you gonna do with your money and your first contract? He's like, I'm gonna buy a really fast car.
By Hellcat.
all the Chiefs people were just like,
I
don't drive, we'll pick you up every day.
Yeah, I heard the
You're buying
Chiefs
a
that
Toyota
you're not
Corolla.
having a car.
Yeah, you're banned. Give us your license. Snip.
We'll get Jackson Mahomes to pick you up. We'll be safer that way.
Well, he's not a fucking 50-year-old woman.
Well, he's
Can't
not.
protect herself.
He's not a drunk driver like Patrick Mahomes Senior.
Oh wow.
Oh, jeez.
Too much. Billy wasn't here. It's fine. Play on.
When Rice and Patty Mahomes' dad hang out in jail, that's going to be the ultimate irony for old Patrick Mahomes. The ultimate form of irony.
What you?
But I said this guy could also be shit.
Yeah,
Just
he
because
could
you
be.
can run doesn't mean you're any
No, you
good.
can't. But it's
But if you're fast and you
It's a
play with
start.
Patrick
it's a
Mahomes,
start.
it's
It's a good start, bro.
yeah,
Like,
you can't
cars.
stop speed and size,
Yeah.
and he's got one of them.
he's got
So,
speed, and he's
and
also
from
got-
all
Unless
reports,
you're a car
Worthy.
driving the speed limit.
Yes, true.
No, I can't parked on the side of the road.
If they were honestly smart, the Chiefs had bribed some cops to pull him over and take his license. I think
Yeah.
for something bullshit. Like
Yeah.
you can't drive anymore
can't drive anymore.
Yeah.
for 5 years.
Hey, what do you actually? If
Oh,
you're
shoot. Oh, shoot.
Henry Ruggs, what are you thinking right now?
I'm the biggest idiot in the fucking
Yep.
world.
Yeah.
If I'm Henry Ruggs, and
Is he
I'm
still
not
in-
saying
is he
this
in
that he
jail
should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be in jail for like 10 years.
Yeah.
If I'm Henry Ruggs, and I'm not saying he should do this, but I'm finding it really hard not to fucking kill
Kill
myself.
yourself,
Yeah.
Throwing away what he's thrown away, plus killing a young woman, plus killing her dog, which is maybe the worst thing he did.
minimum of
Like,
36 months.
I genuinely don't know how you'd live with
How long
yourself.
did he get?
Minimum of 36 months. So 3 years.
3 years.
So you'll be out in 3 years. He'll be back in the league. In
Will he
4.
play?
Nah.
A team will take him. I'm
Mate,
telling you now, he'll come back
Orlando McLean
and-
played again.
and they'll make it a comeback story. Oh, he's turned his life around. He's done this.
Come
you
back
know.
player of the year.
I've said it.
So
So he got a
Well,
minimum.
if no one dies,
Hang on.
he probably gets it.
He
it's
got
on the
all
nose.
minimum
All
of-
plays for Chicago, plays for Cleveland.
He got a minimum of 36 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're an NFL team, are you not saying after 36 months he comes out, you're going, I'm taking a risk on him. I'm signing him for minimal fucking money, but I'm going to give this guy an opportunity to prove himself and take a risk on him
Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah,
because he's an unbelievable talent, great speed, great athleticism. A lot of teams will shy away
I
from
think
him.
the Raiders will still own the rights to him, won't they?
I don't think he
Or
wants
did- or
to
did
play.
they cut him?
He's making $2.50 an hour in like
Yeah,
jail,
he's
so like he might as well stay there.
He's
For
flipping plates, man. He might not want to come out. You know, they say the
Say
safest,
less.
the safest place is behind locked
I'll
doors.
Bang.
just say this. I've said
Doesn't
it
pay
before
your
on this podcast. Like, I don't know what these fucking boys are
Unlimited tally.
There
doing.
it
Just
is.
throwing their lives away,
Yeah,
doing
there it
dumb shit. Like the position that you have, I just don't get it.
No, all right. Let's quickly go through the last.
Right.
I'll
What do you
talk Cowboys
What
guy.
do you think of Tyler
I
Guyton?
liked it. He's
I
fucking
don't
Just
huge.
before that is eligible for August 2026.
Okay, so it's still a little
2
bit
years away.
So yeah, I liked Guyton. He's fucking huge. Huge. It's a need for the Cowboys. They traded back because they didn't see the value in getting a Brian. I thought they might have try to get a Brian Thomas or a receiver. I think when Brian Thomas went, they kind of went, oh, let's move back and
That's
get
smart. It's smart
Yep.
by the Cowboys.
Yep.
Fucking
They
smart.
traded back,
Got
got-
time they did something fucking
still
smart.
still got the guy they wanted. They still got a good left tackle. Yeah, I had no problem with it. He's huge, and he'll get to work next to Trey Smith and a guy like Zach Martin. If you can't make it in the Cowboys' offensive line with the veterans and coaching it around you, I don't know if you can make it. So I think it's a good move. What do you think of the Ravens, Brocky boy?
Great pick. Nate Wiggins, fucking fast, speed to burn. With Marlowe coming out of contract in 2 years'
Receiver.
time.
No, corner.
Corner.
Out of Clemson. That guy a dog.
Out of Clemson, quick. The
He
only
can-
one to run under 4.3
he
at
can
the
play.
combine.
Did you guys see the Bills just kept trading back? That's like, nah, don't want it. They traded back and they took Keon Coleman with the first pick of the second round. Who's
Bills traded back because they
big
realized they
physical receiver.
fucked up and went, we're just going to get the fuck out of here again because we can't make a pick now. They gave the team they can't fucking beat another fucking
Another
weapon.
receiver. Yeah, I know.
And they need weapons.
Why didn't they just take it?
Like,
Well, I
Josh
think-
Allen needs weapons.
And I heard a good
What
reasoning
pick
for
did they
this. They went back to the first pick of the second round.
Who did
So they
have?
traded. They had pick 28.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
So
so Xavier
swapped.
Worthy.
They swapped with the Chiefs. Gave the Chiefs Xavier Worthy. But I
what else did they
understand
get
their
in that
mindset.
trade though? Did they just go do a straight pick swap?
No. They got something else. I can't remember exactly what. But what they got in Keon Coleman, which I think suits Buffalo, because Buffalo gets fucking cold
Yeah.
and it's hard to run real fast in the cold. We know that the field gets slippery. It's harder to get traction.
Gets cold and can
So they got a big physical receiver for Josh Allen to be like, in the red zone, we're going to put this ball
Yeah,
up to you.
yeah.
Pair that with Kincaid and Dawson Knox. They're big.
Yep.
I genuinely think what the Bills are going to do, I think Josh Allen might win the MVP next year because they're going to run the fuck out of the football. They're going to be,
Can I
they're
just
basically going to be
say-
like, Josh Allen, carry this team. We've got big physical tight ends. We'll play 2 tight ends. We've got now a big physical wide receiver. We're going to run it up your fucking ass. Stop us if you can.
Yeah.
Can I just say, you guys know how much I love Joe Burrow. He's
Go,
my
Bambo.
boy. But I honestly think Josh Allen is probably the best quarterback in the league.
He hates him. I love him. I love Josh Allen.
He hasn't fucking done anything for all this hype.
I
What has
love
he
him.
fucking done?
I would argue he's done more than Lamar. He just doesn't have a trophy to say.
Yeah.
Doesn't have 2
100%.
trophies.
If I think Josh Allen would have been he would have been just as good an MVP last year as Lamar Jackson.
You got to win games. You got to be.
He won.
you
They
have to
won
be-
like 7 of their last 8 games.
You have to be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I agree. That's
You
why
have
he
to be
didn't
number
get
1.
it.
But that's
Because
the thing.
the narrative wasn't there. I get
No,
it.
but it's not just a narrative. You got to have to.
No,
you
it's
can't-
definitely a narrative.
No, you can't just do it for half a season. You have to be the best quarterback for the whole year.
Yeah, I think
That's how you. That's how you win games.
I think he was.
He was. Did they win games all year?
They won enough. They won 11.
All right.
I reckon they won 10 games.
Anyway, I love Josh Allen. I
Josh
think Josh
Allen's
Allen's a
shit.
great football. He's not shit.
He's too white.
He
Take
might be
Mahomes,
too white.
Take Mahomes off the table. Right?
Yeah.
Mahomes off the table. You're starting franchise tomorrow.
Dak Prescott.
I'm a sucker.
Why you got to come in here with that dumb shit, bro?
I don't know.
20
Starting
million.
tomorrow.
I'm a
You
sucker.
taking Lamar? Or you taking
Joe Burrow.
or you taking
Josh
Josh Allen?
I'm probably taking Joe Burrow.
I'm taking Josh Allen.
I'm taking Joe Burrow too for what it's
I'm
worth.
taking
It's
Joe
so
Burrow.
hard.
If it's those two, I'm taking Lamar.
It's so hard between Allen and Burrow.
Yeah.
And like in fairness, I'm being disrespectful. Lamar's like one of the most dynamic fucking football players we've ever seen,
Absolutely.
and he's been unbelievable the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
he has.
So I like they're all pretty good picks, but I think after Mahomes, if for what I want to do as a football coach,
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
I want to run the fuck out of the football with 2 tight ends. I'm taking Josh Allen or Lamar.
Yep.
I really don't care which one. I want a quarterback that can move. Burrow can't move for me. If I want to
not
run,
anymore.
if I want to run 4 wide and sling the ball around,
Yeah.
I'm taking Joe Burrow. It just
but
depends on what you want to
But
do.
that's what I want to do. That's why I want Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you want Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Because but it depends. Like,
You want
do you
a
already have it?
gunslinger.
I'll put it in. If I'm taking anyone after Patrick Mahomes for the Dallas Cowboys, give me Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've got great receivers.
Yeah,
they
he's
can
a
throw
really
the ball.
good fit there. Actually, fuck.
That's what I'm
Great
like.
fit there.
But if I'm taking it for the Miami Dolphins, give me fucking Lamar or Josh Allen because they can run the shit out of the ball and
Yeah,
throw deep.
Yes.
And that's what Lamar and Josh
But-
Allen are great at.
But that's the thing. If I was starting,
Can you imagine Lamar in warm weather? How good he'd be? Fuck.
yeah, that's the thing. If I'm starting a fucking franchise,
So
Into
tan.
Miami.
I would take Lamar and just build a fucking run game around like they've done this year.
Yeah.
And just
Nah,
fucking,
Lamar's-
you got Derrick Henry. Try stopping him fucking do RPO with Derrick Henry fucking being the option.
Agreed.
Like,
I
you
think
can't.
Lamar gets a lot of unnecessary hate. He's good.
Yeah. All right. I think we got to wrap this one up. We're up to over an hour. Anyone else have anything else we want to talk about before we
Has,
get out of here?
has Spencer gone?
The rat dog.
Nah, the Rattlers got to
Hey,
go.
what do
He's
we
gonna go to the
reckon?
Jets tomorrow.
Luke McCaffrey went pick 100 to
He can't be a
Washington.
bust because he was such a late pick. I don't think he's athletically good enough to play receiver. In the
He's
NFL.
got I think he's got a big name to live up to.
I think
True.
unfortunately, every wide receiver that's wide, I see. I just think of who's the Raiders wide receiver that they cut? They just cut
Hunter Renfro.
Hunter Renfro.
Yeah.
He'll be okay. He'll get open at times. Cole Beasley. They just a lot of them lack just that pure athleticism, which
Yep.
is it's not. I'm not
Agreed.
being racist. They're
No,
just not
agreed.
athletic enough.
It's not.
That's why Cooper DeJean's such an anomaly.
White
He's so
guy,
fast.
what
We can't run or fuck like him.
African Americans are proven to be faster, stronger than white people.
No. I know what you're thinking.
And it's proven.
I didn't say anything.
I will mute you, motherfucker.
I'll
Could
give
you
it.
see in his eyes what he was about to do?
I saw it.
The fucking villain of his
Villain,
show.
all right.
I
Villain, all right.
and simple maths. I have not seen any white guy that
So-
resembles. Who was a receiver at Ole Miss? Plays for Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
DK. I went blank.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a white guy like DK.
I haven't seen
So
a black
that-
guy
it's
like
because they don't
DK.
exist, bro.
Exactly.
The only black guy I've seen like DK is DK.
Is DK,
He
yeah.
is.
3 bags
Oh,
of Skittles.
Megatron.
and 2 copies.
Megatron was pretty good. Yeah,
I haven't seen a white guy move
we'd
like
had all,
Forrest Gardner.
if we'd had all the media
Ocho.
around Megatron that we have around DK Metcalf, I reckon we would have seen some shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't all the shit back then when Megatron was in his
No,
prime.
I don't think Megatron
no one was
like
filming training. No one was doing
Nah,
shit.
nah. Megatron's not
He
like
just wasn't that
He's-
dude.
Ocho was like the same fucking time period, and you heard all his shit.
That's true.
Terrell Owens, same time period.
Yep.
You heard all his shit.
True.
Like,
Like he just wasn't that
I-
type of
Bill-
guy.
Shout out to
They
you.
are
Fucking
built
love
different.
Teo.
Shout out to you. He's
Did you know I love Teo? Because when he ran a slant from the 5-yard line in the red zone, no one stopped him scoring.
Yeah, the other thing,
You couldn't stop him.
Megatron wasn't like that. The most he did was he said he's not going into the Detroit Hall of Fame until they make the playoffs.
And then he went in this year.
He went in this year.
Pretty cool.
He accepted his award to go
And
in
I
this
would
year.
too if Dan Campbell told me to. I'd do anything he told me to.
Also, the worst thing with the
tiny,
league.
tiny little hot take just
Yes.
to finish off.
Hit me.
The Atlanta Falcons GM, what's his name? Do we know his name? off the top of my head, I can't remember.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. He's
2
gone.
weeks.
He won't have a job by OTAs.
He's putting notice.
He'll be
He's
fine.
putting notice in.
Do you want to know why he's going to have a job?
Go
Because
on.
they're going to pay him. They're going to him on a 5-year.
No, it's not that.
Pay him
Look at his skin color.
Oh my god.
out. Rooney
Also-
rule. Rooney rule.
Also, nah.
No, he won't have a job by OTAs.
No, I also understand. I understand his theory on it. It's just a terrible time
It's
to
just,
do it.
It's just dumb.
You should have done that next year when you were good.
Jay, we have beef.
Oh, we got beef.
We
Sorry.
have beef.
All right. We
Oh,
get into this.
shit.
We have beef.
We got beef.
Who's got beef?
Heisman Trophy.
We got beef.
Oh,
Talk about it.
oh,
I think-
yeah, okay,
Give me
let's go. I love this. Go.
There you go.
I can't remember his fucking name now.
Reggie Bush.
Bill.
Reggie Bush.
Bill.
Reggie
Reggie
fucking
Bush
Bush.
deserves his fucking trophy.
100%.
Okay. So before
And this
we
is-
get into the beef, explain to the viewers and listeners what happened.
See, I posted on our story. I literally just put the breaking news up.
No, explain what happened with Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie
took,
Bush got his Heisman taken off him because he fucking cheated.
he took
a few
some
years
money.
ago.
Okay.
He
Yep.
took money.
He,
Okay,
took, he took some money.
Was taking money, just yes or no answer, was taking money a breach of the rules.
Okay, Johnny Manziel. Did he breach the rules?
He was the
Yeah,
only
he didn't
one
get
who
caught,
got
though.
caught.
Okay, he got caught. They are all taking money.
Okay.
This is the
That's
Lance Armstrong.
And then,
argument
and then,
you
and then he
with
got
here.
it, and then he got his thing taken off him, his Heisman,
Okay,
and
yep.
then now what's happened?
He's got his Heisman back. They're giving it back to him.
Why?
Why? Because they're allowed
Because
to
now
take money.
they're allowed to take money.
But
So now they're
you
giving
also-
it back to him because they're allowed. to.
Okay.
You're defending the NCAA and the Heisman board.
No, I'm not defending anything.
Okay,
I
should-
don't care that Reggie Bush, he deserved his Heisman. and he
Should
won his
O.J.
Heisman
Simpson still have
legitimately.
his fucking?
O.J.
That's
Simpson-
fine
Hang
establishment.
on.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson.
Hang on, you guys are all over
paid-
the shop. Hang on a minute.
O.J. Simpson paid for his crimes by going to jail.
No, he
breach-
didn't.
He didn't breach any NCAA rules.
He didn't pay for.
He
for
killed
killing
a, he
those-
killed a, allegedly killed a
Allegedly.
woman after he was out of the
He was
NFL.
out of the
No,
NFL
but you-
anyway.
The
It has
thing
nothing to do with his Heisman.
Yeah, but hang on. You
There's
guys-
been plenty of pieces of shit that have won a Heisman.
is,
Plenty
take
of
them all away. Then
No, why?
take them all away.
Because no, they haven't. Being a piece of shit's not against the rules.
So you can breach the rules.
Taking money's against the rules. It's simple.
Can you?
They found
So
out
what's your-
afterwards,
so what's
though.
your stance? Hang on,
My
what's your
stance is he shouldn't have got his Heisman back. He broke the rules. He got caught. George, as a father, there's this thing, right? It's called action and
Yeah,
consequences.
cause and effect.
He
Yep.
cheated. He knew he was cheating.
He
He,
knew he
got
was
caught,
cheating,
which
for
is
sure.
shit. It's shit he got caught. I agree. And I agree the NCAA are fucking corrupt, all that shit. I agree with all of it. But he got caught. Punishment
For
was he lost his
$1,000.
Heisman. Punish? You reckon that's all it was?
Hey,
Don't
That's
be
all he got
naive.
caught.
You're not a naive
That's
guy.
all he got. Hang on. You're
Hang
saying got caught. That's all he got
What
caught
happened
for.
to Cam
What did he get
Newton?
called for?
Cam Newton got kicked out of fucking school for
Yeah.
cheating.
Leonard
It's only
got caught.
because he won his Heisman after he got kicked out.
Yeah, he had to go play JUCO for a year. don't
That's
forget.
the only reason he hasn't lost his Heisman because he got
Laramie
caught
Tun-
before it.
Laramie Tunzel was taking fucking money all 3 years at Mississippi State.
Yeah, but okay.
Did they catch
And it's
him?
a well-known thing. Yes.
Did he?
It was
did,
investigated.
Did he have a Heisman they took off him?
No, but that's the thing.
No, because he didn't win a Heisman.
Then kick him out of the fucking... He can't be a college player then. If he got
See,
caught
hang
taking
on,
money...
hang on. My thing.
Did they catch?
Death
Did,
penalty
did,
him.
did,
Hey,
what
hey,
what was his
whoa,
punishment?
Hold up. My thing is, you look at guys like Johnny Manziel,
Yeah.
who the the NCAA were profiting so much as he documents anything.
I
They're
agree with
not
this
they're
all.
not going to suspend me because they're making too much money. The NCAA is so corrupt.
Yeah.
I think
I
fuck
agree.
it. Give him back his Heisman because you know why?
No.
Johnny Man, they could tell. They
Action
knew.
and
They
consequences.
knew Johnny
It sends a
Manziel
terrible
was
message.
signing autographs for money, but the NCAA could not suspend him because
He was too
he was
powerful.
too powerful.
And he also had this great lie that tricked everyone because he told them his family were all rich. Like
Oil
Manziel pulled the absolute wool over. He
Oil
embarrassed the NCAA.
No, but it wasn't just... It
Let's
was
just get George's
He-
take
he
because
embarrassed-
George can be this George is going to be
Can I
the
finish
mediator.
it?
So I'm
So-
with you, Brock. I'm with you.
so
Give him
Reggie
back
Bush-
his Heisman.
was taking money with every other player and only one person got punished for it.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. Only one
Okay, so
person
I
was
think-
punished
Because
for
he
it.
got caught.
So
No, but they all
what I
got caught.
think-
The
I
whole
speed every day. If
the
I don't
whole-
get caught, I don't
no,
get
but
a
the
ticket.
whole team
Billy
got
might
caught.
drive fast tomorrow and
the whole
once
team,
and
the
get
whole
caught.
team got caught. The whole team,
they?
yeah, they knew the whole team was getting paid, but only one person lost
Could
their
they
Heisman.
only prove one?
They fucking have the
Did-
boosters giving them money.
Didn't they take
But it's same with Miami U as well.
championship off them as well?
No,
They didn't take the
Okay.
national championship off the team.
So
Hang on.
can I give my two
George?
cents?
Yes, give me 2 cents.
So I disagree with Brock because basically what I think the summation of what he's saying is that if everyone else is doing it, it's okay to do it.
Thank you. Actions and
And
consequences.
that, in my opinion,
It's the wrong way to look at life.
is wrong.
no.
It was unfair. He only one that got caught.
That-
I agree.
that's my issue.
But who decides fair? Life's fucking unfair.
Exactly. That's
Who
fucking
decides
life.
fair?
It's a terrible
Nobody
message to
decides.
send.
We don't live. We
thing is
don't
fair.
live in a world anymore where
Mate, we're
it's,
grown men. We live in-
everyone-
we live in the
everything
real world.
needs to be fair in life.
All my point, and don't get me wrong, I'm happy he got his Heisman back. I'm happy. He deserves his Heisman. I'm
He
not
is a
saying
Heisman.
that. He won a Heisman. He deserves it. He was
Yeah, the most
unbelievable in college.
Yes.
He deserves
He
it.
might be one of the best college players ever.
My
bro.
point is,
it was one of the best
It is.
seasons
it's
of
a
all time.
terrible message. The message you are sending with giving it back to him is you can break the rules and there's no consequences.
But that's what society is sending
I know-
today.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's
But then,
the
so why do
issue.
we
I think
agree
that's
with
his
it
point,
then?
though.
Mental
That's
health
his point.
Yeah.
So why do we agree with it then?
I don't agree.
You're the biggest thing that says people don't have any consequences. This is the exact fucking idea of what our world is now. That you fuck up and 5 years later we'll forgive you and give everything back to you.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like if your
That's
kid,
my point.
if your
That's my
kid-
only point. To it.
if your kid did something wrong and they knew it was wrong and they turn around and said to you, "Oh yeah, but everyone else was doing it," so fucking what? It's
I'd
not
be
good
like, if
enough.
everyone jumped off a cliff, would you?
It's not good enough.
Everyone said it. Everyone's heard it.
Yeah, it's shit. He got caught.
Anyway,
but like I said,
let's never beef again. I
Nah,
hate it.
fuck you,
I
J.A.
love you.
Fuck you, Jay.
You are my world.
Out bench press me, motherfucker.
I'm going to kiss your mouth while you bench press.
very zesty. I love
Tell
it.
me you don't love me.
Play on.
Exactly. All right, boys. Billy, thank you for two
Thank
shows
you,
in a
guys.
row,
Thank
mate.
you.
Appreciate
It was
you
an
having me on the show. It's been
absolute
fun.
Good having Billy
privilege.
here.
You're now even with Scotty for shows, so now you guys got he's on two.
Oh, yeah, he's done
Billy's
too.
on two.
Yeah, he did one while I
So
was
now
away.
you should got to fight for who gets the third one in a row. But
Who's going to get the win?
as
Who-
much as I've loved Billy
Scotty
being
can have
here,
it.
I'm looking forward to going back to the
Bench
three
press-
best
bench
friends.
press comp.
Oh, you're in
Nah, it's been
troubles.
good, guys. Thanks very much.
Nah,
for
we
having
really
me on.
appreciate
I
you.
did
love
the
it,
same.
Billy.
And you
Thank
did a lot of really good work, Billy.
Yep,
The
agreed.
effort you put into it was really
Fuck
cool.
Scotty.
So
Billy can have my spot when I'm away.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Fucks.
Jeez.
I don't know if I can sign that off.
I don't want the height seat to change. So like we need like we need a level
I'm
fucking
Team Scotty, so George has to decide.
No, I'll shout out. Fuck Scotty.
All right, adios.
Peace out, everyone.
Say, boys.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. 3 of me.